Alright, what's up guys? So, it's been a while. It's been a while since I did a video on this channel. I wasn't taking no break. I have 37 other YouTube channels. So I am focusing on those channels, and yeah, I just overall felt like I should do a video on this channel, talking about something or doing something. But anyways, so handling a rejection from, like somebody overall rejecting you. So how should you handle it? Should you be like a man about it, like all macho, like, oh man, I'm good, I'm good, or even if you're a woman, just be like, oh, I'm a bad female dog. I ain't gonna say the actual word because I ain't trying to get my videos demonetized and stuff. But anyways, yeah, you're gonna be thinking like, okay, I should be this big and tough person and not, having the emotions towards it. See, here's the thing. Regardless of what the emotions are, you're going to have emotions towards that, whether it's going to be anger or whether it's going to be just flat out sadness. And that's the thing. It is okay. My thing is this, do not feel embarrassed about being rejected. Like, no, it's gonna hurt, like 100%. It's gonna hurt, but don't feel like that, oh, I can't talk to nobody because I'm embarrassed. Like, I'm a human being, dealing with, like, this is real life stuff. Like, being rejected is real life stuff. So if you have been rejected, or whether it was back then or recently, like, hey, you guys see this. There's probably some of the most attractive people in this world, and they've been rejected because people don't like overall like that, super cute or super hot or super beautiful type person. They're all like, I don't care about all of that. You doing a little bit too much. Like, so yeah, overall, at the end of the day, there's probably the hottest of the hottest people that have been rejected, and there's probably been the ugliest of the ugliest people that has been rejected, whether it's physically or mentally. But yeah, it's like overall, it's like everybody at some point in time in their life has been, rejected or have felt like rejection in their heart because, the person that you may like has chosen you over somebody else, or they just don't overall like you. I've legit have been rejected because of the color of my skin. The girl that she told me, she straight up texted to me saying that she, wouldn't date me because I'm black. She was like, and she doesn't see herself dating a black person. She's literally her dating is rated E for everybody. But if you're black, no. Like, and I was like, wow, that is crazy. And I was like, come to think of it, I've never seen her. I've seen, I'm trying to think, did she even, I think I might have been her only black friend in school. That's the crazy thing about it. So I'm like, one would have thought it would have clicked at some point in time, but no, like I'm legit. I've been rejected because of the color of my skin. I was rejected last year. Like, it's crazy. And then I was also like, I was rejected a few times this year. Like, it's one of those things now where I'm like, last year it really did a number on me though. Like, I was rejected, and I overall, like, the way I took it, it was, it was pretty hard. It was a hard thing to deal with because I'm like, dang, bro, like, why I had to, I'm trying to like straighten out my camera because I don't know why it like looks weird. But anyways, regardless, but no, like, it was last year, it did a number to me. Like, I was freaking crying. I hadn't cried like in the first time in like maybe like 6 years or something. So no, it was last year, so it was like 5 years and thing. But I think it was it 5 or 6 years? I don't know. But yeah, no, it hurt. It honestly, it hurt. Like, my heart had hurt. I couldn't eat. I couldn't record videos. Like, I was out of it. It was honestly like the worst state I think I've ever have been in. And I'm like, that ain't even on some stuff where I was like, oh, you just being too emotional. Like, nah, that's literally how it is for everybody. Like, there might be, and the thing is just like afterwards, because I felt so alone. So that's why it hurt so much, because I was like, after that, like, that was it. Like, that was like the final line, and it was cut. So at that point, like, I felt so alone, but that was the thing. Like, I've adapted to being alone. And that's like, maybe it might not be healthy for me, but at the same time, I'm like, I know it wouldn't have been healthy if I'm overall in that situation where I am alone, but I'm craving, people to like, and I'm out here, acting out or being this person that I'm not. So I've like, it's best to like, when you're put in a situation, you got to adapt to that situation and make the best of it. So If a person just turns you down just to turn you down, and it's and you overall feel like loneliness, then you got to adapt to that and make the best of it. You ain't got to like throw parties and go crazy every single time, but I'm saying like find something. And my thing was that I found content creating, so I just went crazy with content creating. And that's why, like, last year, if you count up the amount of videos I did, I'm like, yeah, those was depression videos. Those was videos I was making while I was mad depressed. So anyways, there was that. But let's say if somebody rejects you because of the color of your skin, don't change who you are because of that one person. No, find people that's overall going to respect you for the color of your skin. Because I'm saying, like, that's one thing one of my friends, she's talked to me about numerous times, is how people rejected her because of the color of her skin. She's black. So I'm like, man, it's messed up. But I'm like, hey, yo, I relate to you. Like, it's crazy, and that's one thing. I'm like, it just seems like it's like, I'll be truthfully honest. Like, no, black women, I swear, like, they be getting the worst end of the stick sometimes. Like, just straight up, just black women. I'm like, nah, it's crazy. And it's sad, that it's like that for them. But I'm saying, like, my thing is that I can relate because I've been put in that situation, And so if it is the color of your skin, like, don't feel like, oh, I gotta like bleach my skin or I gotta like alter my skin and stuff, for this person's sake. No, that person, they don't deserve you if they're gonna turn you down for the color of your skin. So if it's that type of, then yeah, ditch that person. Find people that love you for you, not for the color of your skin, not for whatever. No, they love you for you. All right. Let's say if it's because of your appearance. Let's say, not saying that you are ugly, but let's say if you're not attractive. That person doesn't find you attractive. I feel like, yeah, just flat I'll say, yeah, you're ugly. Like, no, I apologize. My words, I could get a little bit too real, so I'm sorry. I don't mean, like, I ain't trying to say that, but I'm just saying, like, if a person turns you down because they say that you're not attractive enough, it's like, okay, if you want to change, my thing is this: change for you, don't change for them. Change for you. If that person's like, oh, now you're attractive, now I'll be with you, nah. It's like, you had your chance, you had your opportunity. No, that ain't gonna work like that. So yeah, you can go and date somebody else, but I'm not going to want to be with you. And I'm like, oh, I gotta look a certain way just to be with you. Like, no. So I'm like, if a person ever turns you down over some stuff like that, that person is not deserving of you. They're not worthy of you or your presence and stuff. So, and I'm saying, like, my thing is this: a person that you may find like unattractive can have a lot to offer to the table. I don't think a lot of people know, like, today, with like mental health, it's a serious thing. So I feel like, we've all have unlocked a trait on ourselves where we can be there for people. My thing is like, okay, if I'm not attractive, I'm like, fam, I can be there for you. I'm saying, like, my thing is this: I know it's a TV show, I know it's a fictional TV show. Freaking if George Lopez can, like, he managed to get his wife's name on that old sitcom show that he had, I'm like, bro, like, I ain't saying that George Lopez is an unattractive man. I ain't trying to say he's attractive. Well, I'm just, okay, I dug myself in a hole, and I'm like, I'm trying to get out of it and stuff. I'm not, y'all know what I'm saying, all right, because they talked on the show themselves. But I'm saying, like, jokes aside, though, like, my thing is this: like, that person may not want to be with you, but there's others in this world that overall will want to be with you because you make them laugh, you make them happy, you make them feel safe, you cancel out that loneliness, all of that. So it's one of those things where it's like, you are gonna have to search around, but don't give up. Don't be like, oh, I no longer find love in things, because afterwards of being rejected by that girl last year, and then being rejected by a few other girls and stuff, there is a girl that I'm like, I potentially, something may be able to happen. And I'm like, if not, then, it's just going to be another rejection, and it's just going to have to be something that I deal with. And I'm like, I don't know. I was about to say can't blame nobody and stuff, but I ain't gonna blame myself. Like, if this girl, this girl that I'm currently talking to, if she doesn't want nothing to proceed on, then I'm like, hey, it's something I'm gonna have to deal with. I really don't want it to lead into where I'm chasing this girl and chasing her, and eventually the question is brought up again, and then I just end up getting hurt all over again. So I am preparing myself for that outcome. And yeah, it's like, that's the thing. You gotta prepare yourself for a rejection. You can't just like them like ideas that you have like in your mind where it's like, oh yeah, it's gonna work out because I built the confidence. You build that confidence, you get that girl flowers, presents, whatever, she'll still reject you. Or guy, whoever. But anyways, yeah. So it's like prepare yourself for rejection. Prepare yourself for being friend zoned, because yeah, once you hit that zone, people always say like there's no way out of it. Like you obviously can't get out of a friend zone. You just can't be in a relationship with that person and stuff. So, but yeah, just always know like like rejections is gonna happen at some point in time in your life. But they ain't gonna be forever. All right. So, but anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.